Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Gabby. I have over 16 years in the ballet industry, and one of the questions I always get asked is, how do I improve my feet? How do I improve my point? And I want to provide you guys with some of the exercises that I did when I was super serious about ballet, and even to this day that I still do. So it's going to be a combination of stretch and strength, which goes for pretty much everything in ballet. It's a little bit of stretch, a little bit of strength. So starting with our warm-up, sorry if the bottom of my feet are dirty. We're actually just gonna cross one leg over the other, and we're gonna draw giant circles with our big toe. And the slower we go on this, the better. So like I have a piece of chalk attached to my big toe, and I'm just drawing really big circles round and around with that. And let's go ahead and reverse directions, circles. And really going through that foot, like trying your best to articulate it, so like toe, ball, heel. Like your foot is a spine and you're trying to work that spine. Good, one more way, the other way. You should start to feel your ankle kind of like turn on right now, like the muscles getting tight. And reversing that. And let's switch to the other leg. I vote this is like a great warm-up just for like class in general. If you come to the studio early or your practices early, this is just a good warm-up for your feet and ankles to get prepared to do what you want them to do. I'm gonna be a little bit closer. I feel like I'm so far away. And reverse that. You have cracking and popping here, and the cracking and popping doesn't hurt, it's like weird. I wouldn't stress about it, because I teach a lot of kids and they're like, there's like a popping in my ankle, and I'm like, does it hurt? They're like, no. But also, like, you can always consult your doctor or your therapist. And other way again. And reverse that direction one last time. And now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take our legs together and our feet in a parallel position like this, and we're just gonna take a flex and point. Now kind of warming up like the metatarsals of our feet. And press through. And really here, I'm thinking about like, even as if I'm doing a tendu on the floor. This is also good for like preparing us to do like sautés or little jumps in the center. You should feel like the front of your shins working right now. Good, and let's turn out those legs and same thing. And press. Like I'm pushing like a giant gas pedal down right here. Okay, very good. Now we're gonna get into our first stretch. So this one, you have to be really mindful about how it should feel before you just jump into it. So if you wanna spend a couple seconds watching me do this stretch first, explaining to you how it should feel, and then you can go ahead and try it yourself. I'm gonna back my mat up a little bit. So what I'm doing here is I'm sitting on my shins, then I'm taking the outside leg, and I'm going to press into the top of my arch right here. So this stretch should be felt in the top of the foot, that top arch of the instep, rather than what I see a lot of my dancers do is they go into a position like this, which might be stretching like your big toe, but that's not what we want to do. So start sitting on your shins, then bring that knee only slightly forward, and I'm really trying to feel this stretch in the front of my arch, maybe even like a little bit of the front of my shin, and I'm just using the floor to help me get deeper into the stretch. And this is not a stretch where we push ourselves at all. We go very slow, and we're very careful about how it should feel. And here, I want you guys to be sure you're not sickling your foot, so your foot's not going in or out, it's just neutral. My knee is in line with my ankle is in line with my foot. All right, we're actually not gonna sit too long in that stretch. We're gonna go into the next stretch, kind of the same position, except now we're gonna flip our toes underneath us. So all you need to do is just sit back on your toes, and you're gonna ease into it right here. I don't want you to slam onto your big toes. You're gonna lift your big toes back, and you're just gonna ease into the stretch right here, and you stop yourself where you need. Like, use your hands to support you. And if that's here, that's fine. But eventually you want to get to a position where you can kind of just sit back there, and this is opening up that back arch. Good, and let's try the other side. So starting kneeling, and then we're gonna pick up that arch right here. You might need to adjust. Good, and let's switch to flipping those toes underneath us, very slowly and carefully leaning back into that. And go ahead and come out of that. One final stretch right here. It's a difficult one to master, but it's good if you can get it the right way. We're going to physically drive our thumb into our arch and use the rest of our four fingers to press that foot to a pointed position. And you might feel this like less than you would feel the other ones, but nonetheless, this is a good stretch for someone that wants to improve the point of their foot. And here I feel like I'm really trying to teach my muscles like the direction that I want them to go, but like also my tendons and every other like ligament in my foot. Like, this is the direction I want us to go. This is what I want you to get used to, is like going in this direction. And then you can also do the opposite, so peeling those toes back and just using our hand basically to manually pull those toes back, including the big toe, which always wants to hang back. And switching to the other foot. So again, thumb goes into the topmost part of the arch, not the center of the arch. The other four fingers press that foot down. This is like one I used to do before an audition too. I'm like, I really want to show my feet. And going the other directions with the toes, so I use the palm of my hand to pull my toes back. Very good. So now we're going to get into some of the foot and ankle strengthening exercises. So I want you guys to grab your Theraband. Hopefully you have one. If not, this is literally the brand I bought. It's Theraband. And the black resistance is actually like a stronger one. So if you want to go with like a blue or like even a really light one like a yellow and just work your way to like, think of this like black belt, that's fine. But also tights work. If you don't have a Theraband either, tights have that same like elasticity that we're looking for. And if you don't have either of those, you can still do these exercises we're about to do. I think that's a worthwhile investment as a Theraband. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take that foot and we're gonna place it vertically into the Theraband, and we're just gonna take a demi point and then fully point our foot, demi point and back, and demi and full point and demi point and back. And here I can really challenge myself, like if I want to give less resistance, obviously I don't pull the Theraband as much, but if I really want to challenge myself that day, I can give a little bit more of a pull to the Theraband. We're going to do about 20 of these right now, so we'll call this 8. Okay, very good. So the next piece of this is that we're gonna take the Theraband off our leg. We're gonna create like a half loop with it, and we're gonna put that loop around the same foot that we're working on. And our other foot is gonna be like a gas pedal that steps on the outside of that, and we're just gonna wing that foot outwards like this. So I'm gonna switch directions so you guys can actually see the working foot. So again, I'm like on the gas pedal right here, using pressure to create resistance for the other foot. And this foot is staying in a neutral position, and it's just literally winging out this way. So you don't want to bring your whole leg with you. So you don't want to like do this. You actually, it's just that ankle is moving. So try to dissociate your ankle from the rest of your body. And we're only going to do 10 of these. So 10. I try to hold the resistance out there like an extra second because it's really good for this exercise. 2 more, 2, and 1. Good, so now we're gonna do what we just did on that side to the other side. Good, and coming out of that, creating a semi-loop through, and again, gas pedal, resistance right here. We're gonna wing out for 1 and 2. I'll switch to the other side. And 3, 4, and just moving that foot, not the ankle with it. 6, 7, good, 8, 9. All right, you guys are all done. I really hope you enjoyed these ways to improve your feet and strengthen your ankles for ballet. I suggest practicing this every day. If you're taking ballet really seriously and you want to see improvements, it should just be a quick 10-minute routine for you, or 15 minutes. So definitely think it's worth investing in a Theraband. And if you guys like this kind of stuff, can you please comment and share it with a friend? That really helps me and pays it forward if you enjoyed this lesson. Thank you so much for joining, you guys. I'll see you on the next video.